AITA for demanding that my son's stepdad pay for the Xbox he threw in the pool? I'm 46. A father of a 16-year-old son, Adam. His mother and I have been separated since he was 6. Adam is always happy to spend time at my place as part of custody agreement. He hates his stepdad, 30s, and calls him controlling. He puts strict rules upon Adam and punishes him for long periods of times over small mistakes. He doesn't give him allowance like I do or let his mom give him any money, so Adam started working to be able to buy the stuff he wants. Adam always wanted to buy an Xbox but couldn't afford the full price, so I told him whatever he saved I was willing to pay double, and he was able to buy a new Xbox for the first time weeks ago. I got an angry phone call from his stepdad asking why the hell I bought Adam an Xbox knowing it's not allowed at his house. First of all, I told him Adam paid for the Xbox with his hard-earned money, and second of all, that's his mom's house, so he can't dictate what is and what is not allowed. He went on about how the Xbox is a distraction tool for Adam from his school and chores, but I assured him Adam is responsible with time and can manage and balance just fine. He suggested I keep the Xbox in my house and Adam can come over to play, but I said that's not up to me. Clearly I got him pissed, so he warned me about the consequences of seeing Adam playing with that Xbox and ignoring his duties. I hung up immediately. 2 days later, Adam called and was freaking out, saying his stepdad had a rage fit and threw his Xbox in the pool as a punishment for Adam for playing with it instead of mowing the lawn. I was in dismay. I went over to his mom's house to see what was going on, but I didn't find her. I found Adam crying. I confronted his stepdad and he said he had to do this because Adam was being neglectful with his chores, and said this was the result of built-up resentment because of Adam's continuous lack of responsibility. I argued that even if he thought Adam was being irresponsible with his playing time, throwing the Xbox in the pool was unhinged of him because he could have hidden it for all I know. He yelled that he gets to decide what punishment fits and went on about how he was just trying to help Adam become a responsible young man. I was tired of this. I told Adam to pack his stuff to go to my place. His stepdad firmly said he won't allow it and that I was preventing him from performing his duties as a father and an authority figure, but I told him he needed to pay for a new Xbox. He argued that I was delusional to expect him to pay for something he doesn't want in his house in the first place, but I said that was enough, then left. Adam's mother came and argued with me, saying her husband made a mistake but I shouldn't have taken Adam out of the house. I asked if she's happy with how his stepdad treating him. She said that's tough love because he wouldn't done this if he didn't care. I blatantly said her husband was just being an overbearing, power-tripping control freak, and told her Adam is staying with me and we're expecting a new ex-boy. She told the family I was stopping her from seeing Adam. NTA. Stepdad is abusing Adam. If Adam wants to live with you up, he is old enough to decide that. Your ex is not putting his best interests first. What she calls tough love is actually abuse. That man is abusive. Get the custody agreement changed. And take your ex's husband to small claims if he doesn't pay up. I would also go to the police and report the damages done to the Xbox so you have a paper trail. Protect your son. NTA. NTA. Go to the police and report this. He can't break something he didn't buy. It's not his property. That stepdad is clearly abusive and your son shouldn't be around him. Who does he think he is? He doesn't like Adam at all. He's hiding behind the "I want him to succeed and do well" facade. I've seen this 100 times. NTA. Fuck this guy. He's trying to fill a father role when there is no need. You need to have a serious talk with your ex about boundaries for your child and his stepdad. Sounds like he's massively overstepping. Clear NTA. Stepdad is absolutely awful and a horrific example of how to be an adult. Can your son choose to just live with you? At 16, he should be able to have a say. If at all possible, I'd get him out of that house as soon as I could. Your son is being emotionally abused. Your wife cares more about her husband than her child. I think you need to bring this to court. Not because resentment, but because your ex's new husband may try to harm your son during his so-called rage fits. I really worried about your child. Please get a lawyer involved and ask your son's opinion. All the best. NTA. Go to the police and get a police report for destruction of property. He stole and destroyed something he had no right over. Then go to court to update this custody agreement. Talk to Adam about it first. Adam is not in a health environment and his mom is enabling her husband. NTA. The stepdad destroyed Adam's Xbox. Personal property that your son worked hard to pay for. That is a $500 console destroyed over a fit. He has to pay for it. I would also recommend changing the custody arrangement as it sounds like the stepdad is very emotionally abusive. NTA. For Adam's sake, go to court and take full custody. He is old enough to choose and I highly doubt he will choose his mother at this point. And take the stepfather to small claims court. And lastly, that is not tough love. That is abuse. NTA. You bought a gift for your kid. And he destroyed it without any right to. He should suck it up and pay for a new one. I'm not sure how destroying his Xbox is going to help your son become a more responsible man. If anything, he's just gonna resent the stepdad even more. If he wanted to cut down on playing time, there are parental controls on the Xbox that can restrict that. He could have tried talking. So many more things before just throwing it in the pool. NTA. Holy shit, I'm glad you got that child the fuck away from there. That is a scary and miserable life being with a child with an asshole like that stepdad, and he should sure as hell be paying for a replacement. NTA. This guy is unhinged and clearly needs to pay for his fit of rage. Unfortunately, he sees it as him being just, but he's just being an asshole. Also, keep your son out of this abusive house as much as possible. I would even threaten taking them to court over this. NTA. But for the love of God, get custody. The mom of your son clearly doesn't care if her husband is shitty or abusive to your son. Breaking his stuff that he paid for is mentally and emotionally abusive. That stepdad sounds like shit and your ex doesn't sound much better. Anything to keep her man happy. IG. NTA. Luckily at your son's age he would have the option to pick where he lives now. He needs out of that house. The stepdad sounds like the type to beat his wife and kids. NTA. Take the mother to court for full custody. It's not tough love, it's abuse. Not only that, but I doubt your son wants to actually be in that house. His mother is failing him by allowing her husband to torment her child. Take the stepfather to small claims for the destruction of the console. Small children know they can't destroy other people's property. If he hasn't learned that, well, it's time for some tough love for him to learn that lesson. NTA. You need to revisit your custody arrangement. Your son is old enough that he would likely get a great deal of input as to which parent he wants to stay with, given how he's treated when with his mother. I think it's pretty obvious which parent he would choose. I know everyone has commented it, but talk to a lawyer and change the custody agreement. His mom clearly does not care and is not standing up for her son. His stepdad is being abusive. Point blank. Good luck with everything op. And NTA. Time to ask a judge for full custody. This is pretty clearly in the territory of emotional abuse. Stepdad is an adult and he should be destroying property in a rage. That's either anger issues, control issues, sanity issues, or all three. Yeah, kid should do his chores. But that was just an excuse. NTA. NTA. Please help your son out of this terrible environment. Folded hands. NTA. And get a lawyer to petition for primary custody. If this man has so little self-control, it could escalate.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.